Yo, Bucko, it's Zero, come back to you with another figure review. Today, it's Imperial Monday once again, coming right off of Mando week. We still got 2 more episodes for Mandalorian stuff I gotta get out, but taking a break for Mando week for one day. We got the Star Wars Empire Strikes Back Darth Vader, and this one is an awesome looking figure. Very nice to finally have an updated version of the Empire Strikes Back Vader. We're going to go ahead and take a look at this box real quick. Now, we've already took a look at this sculpt before in my carbonized Vader video, so definitely go check that one out afterwards. It's a beautiful figure. I'll go ahead and pull him aside later too to do a comparison when I get there, but we also have the 40th anniversary A&H Vader on deck as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging real quick. So I love the blue of this packaging. I'm really wondering what the episode 4 figures are going to look like. I'm also wondering what the Revenge of the Sith and the other movies colors are going to be that haven't gotten figures yet. But this blue is super nice. So yeah, we got Star Wars Black Series, Star Wars Empire Strikes Back, Darth Vader. Side, you get the portrait. Then he is number 1. And number 2 would be Snowspeeder Luke, which I'm going to be doing a review of that, but it's going to be the 40th anniversary version, which is the same exact figure. Doing a Snowspeeder review sometime within the next 2 weeks, so subscribe for that one. And then the back of the box, you got your portrait again, and it says Darth Vader. After the destruction of the Death Star, Darth Vader became obsessed with finding Luke Skywalker. He had dispatched probe droids across the galaxy, finally locating the rebel base on the remote ice planet Hoth. Pretty cool. Empire Strikes Back again, number 1. And then side of the box, just a blue stripe, Black Series. Bottom of the box, unreadables, and my GameStop sticker. Top of the box is Event. And we're going to go ahead and get Vader out of the box. Okay, and here's Vader out of the packaging, and holy crap. I already have the carbonized version of this guy, so I kind of know what I'm getting into. Even still, this thing is awesome. So yeah, we got the carbonized Vader, the regular A&H Vader also on deck. So we're going to go ahead and start with the accessory. And the one and only accessory he does come with is, of course, his lightsaber. There you go. Same thing as always. Pretty sure it's the same exact mold. But yeah, that came out stupid easily. Very cool. Now let's compare it. Let me get the other lightsaber. This top one is the A&H release. Bottom is the new release. And besides just a slightly different black, they're literally the same thing. Yeah. I think even the red is different. Yeah. This red on the new one is way better. Also the gold here, I don't know if that's better or worse. I'm not sure. But yeah, just to give you a better view. The old one, I think, is definitely painted a lot better. Yeah, the old one is definitely painted a lot better. Then again, they had to pump out a ton of these because they not only releasing them for the new boxes, but also for the 40th anniversary. Then you're probably curious how it looks next to the carbonized version. Same thing, except this is blue. And it's also painted with the same detailing. It's funny, I almost wonder if it's meant to be painted like that, because both of them are painted the same way. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, the silver on both these is a bit off, so I'm almost wondering if the Empire Strikes Back saber is slightly different or something. Not too sure there. That's enough of that. Let's get into this figure real quick. So of course Vader. Okay, so again, we did a kind of comparison before in the carbonized version to show off the differences, but Alright, you're going to be here on deck. So, starting with the carbonized version, it's the same thing except blue. So, not going to really go over that too much, but side by side, same exact thing. But what you're probably wondering is the A&H Vader. And you know what I noticed right away? Is that the one thing that these don't have is a chain around his neck. And I know the older figures do. I don't know if they left it out on purpose or if it doesn't really bother me too much. It would just, I think he's supposed to have a chain and that would have been kind of been nice. Whatever, not a big deal. First main thing you'll notice, besides the helmet shape being off, is that the A&H Vader has the red eyes, he has the black eyes, which, yeah, side by side, you can definitely tell they're different helmets. A lot of people don't know they're not even the same helmet. Yeah. There's like yellow on this, what the hell? Oh, that's strange. Wonder what that's from. Interesting. Ooh. It's like melty. Yeah, that's weird. Okay. Weird. Alright, the next thing you're going to notice, moving down to the shoulder pads, is the shoulder pads are completely different, which is funny because I think, yeah, the shoulder pads, the Empire Strikes Back one is all black, this one has the silver and black, so you'll notice that. The arms are pretty much the same. Actually, no they're not. Yeah, the A&H has these kind of like, jeez. Yeah, the A&H one has these kind of like lines going down. This one kind of has the lines going sideways. And then, of course, the chest piece is different as well. It's mostly the same, but you have the cloth over the A&H one. This one doesn't have the cloth. And then the chest box is different as well. That's how I can recognize which one's which. Is if this has green on it, then it's the A&H one. If this has blue on it, then it's the Empire Strikes Back one. Of course, the Empire Strikes Back Vader is always going to look better. Then the belt is pretty much the same. Crotch piece is pretty much the same. Legs are the same. The armor, leg armor is pretty much the same. I don't see any difference there. So yeah, that's about it in terms of differences. I might go into it a little more in my carbonized one, so if you want to check that one out, it might be a little more detailed, but pretty much the same thing here. But if you want to see more about the carbonized one, definitely go check that out. Now we're going to go ahead and get into the articulation here, because, I mean, this is where this figure really outshines the A&H Vader, is the articulation. The biggest problem with the old one is the helmet doesn't really move too much. Really, that's your movement. That's all the movement you're getting out of that. This new one, you're getting a lot better movement. It's not the best movement ever, but it's definitely a lot better than you're getting with the other one. Miles better. So yeah, ball joint going up into his head, and then I think his neck also moves as well. And then he has a butterfly joint in there, in his shoulder, so that's kind of cool. You get really good range of movement in there. And then you have this hinge and swivel at the shoulder, so you're going to get a lot better articulation than the other one. And you have a single jointed elbow, which actually goes up pretty far, so that's pretty good. So you can do the kind of choking hand. And then the hand goes side to side, and the other one goes also side to side. And then he has a ball joint at the torso. And then his legs go forward that far. Back, not really at all. Then he has thigh swivels. And he has a double jointed knee. He could kick his own ass. He has no boot swivels, which you would think he would. Which actually, yeah, he doesn't have the boot swivels, which I wonder, does the other one have it? No, it does not. And then you have a hinge at the ankle and a forward-facing pin for rocker. You know, for just getting out of the box, he's really smoothly articulating. Also, his cloth good capes is, again, really nicely done. Both of them, but you're gonna have to play it around with that a little bit to get it the way you want. But it's still nicely done. And then unlike the other Vader where the cloth goes over, his goes under the armor. So yeah, that's about it in terms of this Vader. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the 360 view. And now we're going to show him off next to some other figures. Here he is next to the new and the original Black Series Stormtrooper. And here he is next to the carbonized and A&H Vader. Go check out those videos if you haven't. I'll link them in the description below. And here he is next to Mando and Boba. And here he is next to Cal Kestis. And here he is next to Bespin Han and Bespin Leia. And here he is next to Bespin Luke and Luke Skywalker Squawker. And overall, this is a super cool version of Vader. This is probably the best mold of Vader we have in the Black Series line, by far. The A&H Vader is a very close second, but obviously that's a completely different movie. It's definitely Vader you should not pass up on. It's the most accurate one we have to date, and he's from The Empire Strikes Back, so that's a plus. Very cool figure. Of course, the cloth goods are cool, but they get a little messy at times. And of course, I have the other two Vaders up on my channel. If you're interested in those, go check those out. And as always, you can bring them in warm or you can bring them in cold. Thanks for watching, and good hunting.